The Changing Children's Worlds Foundation is a nonprofit organization which supports parents and all caregivers with a weekly learning and support group for parents interested in supporting their children to succeed in family relationship, school, and the world.
Parenting doesn't come with a manual, so these classes are really important.
The skills that we were given, the tools that we were taught have definitely improved the way that we communicate.
This actually gives us a better idea of how to communicate with our children, and I really enjoyed the program.
Me saying, well, what would I want to do, or how would that make me feel if I were in that position? It allowed me to be able to have better conversations with my children.
Some of our friends have commented on the difference in how I talk to my kids compared to how they've seen me in the past talk to my kids.
Everything that we learned was so practical, and it's very easy to apply it in everyday life.
The reason I came here tonight is so other parents know that this program will help encourage gentle parenting that respects your child.
The impact that they have on those children is going to be a lasting impact for the rest of their life.
The definition of empathy that I love is the one that talks about accepting someone's feelings without trying to change them.
The success that comes out of using these guidelines has been profound in my household.
We all learned a lot. Like if my son was needed more reinforcement or attention or so forth, the stuff I learned from the class I would suddenly remember it. So
I feel like I can connect more with my child than before, and I'm a little bit more patient than I was before, so I feel like it actually helped me a lot.
I started to be more patient, to have more empathy, which I was not into that. I'm happier now.
I think one of the great things about the program is that it really does not only let you know the importance of slowing down, taking time, making those connections, but it just allows you to see the benefit in their faces.
My mother-in-law, she had noticed that there was communication differences and that the kids and I had become closer.
Anything that helps parents become better parents and kids become happier and more well-adjusted is a benefit for everyone.
Sometimes it's understanding where a child is in development gives you a different approach.
Where we thought we were being patient, we really weren't. So the tools that we were given to kind of just take a step back and take a look at the situation that's going on around you.
I think it's great for all parents.
The benefits from the program is that I found different ways to approach her and to bring that connection back for the two of us. Because I was getting, I'm gonna get upset. I was getting scared of losing that because I didn't have it with my own mom.
Both my girls have special needs. You can't always sit down and have a verbal conversation. They might not be able to sit still. They might not be verbal. They might have some trouble with eye contact.
But to see them literally step back and be like, okay, let's calm down. And to see them, that level of empathy for a child who has obvious learning disabilities. You don't see stuff like that in adults.
You come here and you start speaking of your experiences and listening to the experiences that other parents are having. It's just like, wow.
I hear it in every single group that I facilitated. I'm not in this alone. I'm not the only person who's experiencing that.
Being able to be there and say, I know how that is. I know how that works. That happens in our family too. We have that same challenge.
Families with children with special needs often have more issues to deal with, and it can isolate them more and make them feel like they're the only ones going through this. The program helped a lot of the families make them feel like other people were going through a lot of the same things and that they could handle it.
So I'm able to get down on his level better and try to understand where he's coming from. And with his language barrier, it's been a huge help.
I think the special needs families especially are looking to make deeper connections with our kids, and we're
needing to find new and creative ways to do that.
It's not like I'm better than you. No, we're in this together. I don't have all the answers.
Everyone just wants the best for their kids. Everyone loves their kids, and I feel like it's appropriate for anyone.
One of the unique things that I love about this program is that it engages parents as a community.
I think that I can say that for participating in this program, I have a lot of benefits. They connect the parents with the children in a direct way.
How to teach self-regulation, that guideline to me is like how to teach your kids in a positive way, how to really regulate emotions in a positive way.
It's also made us be more aware and more mindful of where we are emotionally and how that relates in our response to our children. I'm learning I'm not very emotionally aware, so I'm really working on that.
Where it's like, okay, we've got all these tools that we can use now. How do we use them?
A better way to communicate, to get what you want, and to make it more pleasant for me as a parent to engage with her. That's a win-win.
You can see the quality of interaction, the quality of communications, and the relationship. You can see it almost week by week get stronger and more positive. And our parents leave the program with pride, self-confidence, and really a feeling of empowerment, which brings really great hope to them for their families.
I would recommend the program to every parent, tall, short, rich, poor, because it's not a program or it's not a parenting class that says, here's how you parent your children. It's a class for, I really call it a support group, because every parent needs support.
When the family members go in for their weekly programs, it's almost like a support group. It's not an environment where they feel like they're being told what to do or what they're doing wrong.
They offer it, take it. Make sure that you guys sign up for these workshops. It really is so beneficial.
And I recommend it to the parents.
It's been helpful enough for me that I want to be able to try and give that out to other people as well.
They use social emotional learning skills, which are integral to a child's healthy development.
I would recommend this program to anyone, even if you're not a parent.
The really cool part, I think, is trying to impact my grandchildren.
It's a really good program for parents just to kind of learn more strategies and how to kind of practice empathy with their children. A lot of the times the parents that we see, they haven't really received that when they were children, and so they don't really know how to practice with their own kids.
My hope is that as we continue to implement it, it will help shorten the time frame that kids are in therapy, or as we use this program, because we would be more quickly able to sort of look to the parent to take over the role of being the person building the resilience in the child and helping the child to be successful.
I have worked with so many different programs. I've worked in Head Start programs, I've worked in parent cafes, many different programs. And what really drew me to this program is it's kind of a combination of everything that I really am passionate about, being child development and empowering parents, and the method of facilitating it where it's just very much open discussion. There's a lot of questions.
I went on a site visit as part of my job as a program evaluator for the Pritzker Early Childhood Foundation. And I was very impressed with Changing Children's Worlds Foundation. They had used an external evaluator to gather significant data showing how effective the program is.
Because not only do we have the adult book that the adults are going through and learning about, we also have the children's book also.
ICDP is different than other parenting programs because we're not telling you what you need to do. We are creating that conversation so you kind of realize on your own what it is that you need to do to strengthen your family.
So it's not that parents are bad, or your parenting is bad, it's that we can be better.
They're not prescriptive, they're not telling the parents what they do wrong. It's a very supportive environment.
I'm able to work with children and families a little differently, and I've been working to pass those along with teachers as well so that they can understand empathy and use it in their classrooms.
I think that caregivers don't have a lot of spaces to talk honestly and openly about struggles with their children, and I think that that has really allowed them to grow and learn from each other as well as the curriculum.
What I like most about the ICDP program is regarding our curriculum, I like that we break it apart. I like that we have those 3 dialogues of comprehension, emotional, and regulation.
It's a very sustainable model.
This curriculum that promotes empathy and understanding and more closeness and attunement, because we know that attunement is, and connection with a caregiver is one of the most powerful healing effects.
The thing I loved about it, it has a curriculum, but it also allows the families to look individually at their children and their relationship with their children, and it really helps them to step back and pause and say, oh, this child, I don't parent the same as this child.
The topics that we cover for ICDP are routines, or making sure that you continue to provide empathy for your kids and make sure that you have the consistency and the discipline.
We've conducted our groups with caregivers during the day, and so that may happen 1 day a week, and then that same caregiver might meet with an individual therapist with their child another day in the week, and then in addition the group will offer some activities or things to practice with their child throughout the week.
This is the kind of class too that you can take over and over and over again and still get something out of it. You're meeting with different people, you're learning from different people.
They think that they're just doing something wrong or that they're just not doing that correctly, and so it's kind of a way for them to just kind of say, hey, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm learning new techniques and I'm learning new things, and now I can put them into practice.
Families wanted to do it again. They wanted to go through the process again because I think they felt it was so valuable.
Whether it's in a church, whether it's in a school, whether it's in a prison, every parent can be reached and grab something from it.
One of the military programs, not only did I see an impact on the kids, but I also saw an impact on the parents.
I've facilitated now 4 programs at the King County Jail. How invested that these people are, especially in the jail, to say, I want to make a change. I want to do something different.
We went into the school with the intent of doing child abuse prevention.
Some of the changes I've seen mostly are just in parents' ability to slow down a little bit, to not be as reactive to their children, and to kind of think from the perspective of their children a little bit more.
It's helped me remember what's important in life, and that's building relationships with children, family, and friends.
If I could use one word to describe ICDP, I feel like that word is community.
Some of my friends went through the program with us, and we talk about it and say, I'm trying this, what are you trying, how's it working for you? And we're building a community.
Just understanding what empathy is and sharing that knowledge with others. I think it's helped me grow as an educator and as a person, as a mom, all those different roles that we take.
Enhancing the parents' capacity to be the support to the child.
A lot of the families came to me afterwards and they said, it's changed my parenting style. It's changed our relationship, me and my husband. We're like, thank you so much for having this. It really has grounded us and who we want to be as a family.
Changing Children's Worlds Foundation uses a train-the-trainer model, but the people that they train are people from that community.
The 100 book library, because the caregivers, they got very excited about picking out a book for their children every session.
Their home environment, if it can be improved, we're going to see test scores go up, we're going to see a healthier environment, we're going to see teachers less frustrated, because a lot of times when a child is not parented at home, a teacher has to take on that dual role.
Give the adults the tools that they need to be able to be the champion for the children.
Kind of have a healthier relationship with their kids. I think that's such a joy as a facilitator.
Each group has been very powerful.
The more tools that you have to work with, the better parenting you can do, the better person that you can be.
The parents are the most important people in the success of the children of the world. They're the ones that are making all the difference in who the children are going to be when they grow up. So it's imperative for us to be successful in reaching the children and changing the world that the children are going to live in. We have to help the parents.
The teaching that I'm gonna pass to my kids and that my kids are gonna pass to their kids.
Our organization really needs a broad scope of support. ICDP provides a different and stronger way forward to a more just society with reduced aggression and violence in family relationships and beyond. It is a program that works to make a difference in families' lives. We need your investment and partnership in ICDP in your community. So please join the Changing Children's Worlds Foundation community for the kids, the families, and the communities you serve.